Welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Larry and today we are making a bigger brooder. I said earlier that we were going to do this video and we're doing it now. Now I watched a couple videos to see what other people did and their ideas and everything, and I like what I saw. So first step is the lid. You can't have a solid thing like this where they can't breathe. Then you would just have dead chickens. So what I saw is somebody used a utility knife. So I'm going to try this and see how easy it is or how hard it is.
It's not enough plastic, I'm sure.
Is it?
Can't be that.
Is it, Tom?
Or maybe not.
Yeah, that's okay. This might be a little bit harder than what I thought it was going to be. I'm gonna have to get a different tool for this job. I'll be right back. So guys, this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this little saw job right here that I have.
Saw?
Yeah, this is come in very handy for me. It gets into places that you can't with a regular saw. But it has a blade. It has blades for wood and plastic. So I don't know how straight I'm going to be able to cut because I tested it out right here. It does make a mess. You can see it all over here. So
microplastics.
yeah. So it's going to get a little loud in here. Tom can put some music on here or something if while I'm doing this. Okay. That side. Can you see it? You could show them actually when I'm doing it, Tom.
Oh yeah.
Especially on this side here, you'll be able to get it pretty good. And I got, what do I got? A little short side here and a long side down there, and I am done. So while I'm doing that, and then I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff to vacuum up.
So it seems.
Yeah, so that's my first step. When I get this done, we'll show you the next step. So, you had it on?
But Dad, if you're taking the lid out, I thought the whole thing was to keep the chickens in.
Because I'm going to put metal screening on here.
Ah.
So this is worthless right now, so I'm just going to throw this outside real quick.
Scrap plastic.
Scrap plastic.
Hooray. I guess.
Now, I have to clean this all out. And then I'm going to have to sand this all around here because it's a little sharp right here. So I'm going to sand that down real quick, and then we'll get to the next step. Yeah, you don't want them jumping out, right? So you got to put screen on it. Or in my case, if you take the picture right here, Tom, I bought the metal fencing for it. So I was going to put the fiberglass screen on top, but then I decided, no, I better not do that. I want something a little bit stronger because these chickens, when they jump, they're hitting the plexiglass out there, and they hit it pretty hard. Tom, you've heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like the door's opening.
Yeah.
So I was afraid if I put that mesh on the top and they kept hitting it, they're going to rip through it, especially the bigger they get. So let me clean this out, sand it down, and then we'll get to the next step. I am done sanding it. I also vacuumed out the inside and the table, as you can see.
Good.
So now you want to take a drill, and you want to put a drill bit on there that's just the head of the zip tie. You don't want to be able to go through that, but you want the hole big enough that the zip tie will go through. So it's going to take quite a bit. So I'm going to start in one corner right here, and I'm just going to drill 2 holes right next to each other. And at that point, check to make sure that the zip tie will actually go in that hole. You can make it a little bit bigger if it doesn't. Get a different size drill bit. I can get it through, but it's really tight, so I'm going to put a slightly bigger bit in here. And the point is, I'm going to put 2 here, 2 there, 2 here, 2 there. Same thing over on each corner, and I'm going to put like spaced out evenly, maybe like that. You want quite a few because you don't want any spaces where they could get out of this. So, so after I get done that, we'll go to the next step. So what I did is I did what I said on there, and I just put one in the center here. That's plenty for here, and then I put center, and then went up there. As you can see, I marked it to try to make it spaced kind of evenly. So the next step you're going to do is measure it. So I need 18 3/4, and that's 18. Oh, so it got to be odd. It's got to be odd, right? I wonder if I can fit 18 still in here. Yeah, I can still get 18. Maybe 18 1/4 I'll make it. No, I can't. I got to make it 18. Got to make it 18, guys. All right, so that's fine. 18, and this should be 36. Yeah, 18 by 36. I got to cut the wire next, and then we'll go to the next step. I'll show you cutting the wire, but I'll have to get the roll up here and change some things. So, this company gave you a pair of gloves.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah, because this stuff on the edges of this are very sharp.
So you touch it.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not. It's just gonna get caught up in this. Anyway, see, chickens.
Yeah.
Also rabbits. So you could use it for a rabbit hutch too. It's a 1/2 inch. They're 1/2 inch squares, but it's 36 inches by 50 feet. And you might ask me why I got so much. The reason why I got this much is because.
Yeah, but why'd you get so much?
Did you hear the chickens? They're trying to get out already. The reason why I got so much is because the coop outside, I don't know how long that's going to last. It's thinner than this stuff, but this way I can patch it if anything happens to it. I'm a little bit worried because it's stapled from the inside, so if an animal did try to get in, it can push it in, you know what I mean, and not push it out. So I'm thinking maybe I want to staple some to the outside.
That's not a bad idea.
Double thickness isn't going to hurt anything, right?
No.
All right, so let's see what happens when I cut this. Oh, they also give you a little pair of cutters too.
Oh.
But I have these if these don't work too good. So hopefully it just doesn't like. Right, that's good.
Well, that's boring.
Well, there's wire. If you see, there's wire all around this. See it?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the fun part. Here it is, right here. I got a pull in my glove already. All right, so.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's like horribly spring tension.
No, it doesn't, which is good. And again, I don't have it all the way off yet either, Tom. Boy, they put a lot of this wire on the outside, that's for sure. Now this, I just got delivered today. So I wanted to get this thing made as soon as I can because I'm telling you, I feel bad for the chickens because of how big they grew already. And it just seems to me, and you've seen them, Tom, and plus we've showed you guys, they just don't seem like they have enough room.
Probably been feeding them too much.
Yeah, they say that they don't overeat. They just eat what they need. So you're always supposed to have them. Oh, come on, have food in their thing, in their pen. When they're growing up, when they get older, I don't think I have to worry about that so much. Oh, come on. It went through?
Yeah, it slipped through. My shoe.
My shoe. Uh-oh. She wants to go. Okay.
Like wrapping paper.
There. All right, so I need 18 inches. All this for 18 inches of this, right? All right, so 18 inches is right to there. So get it right. Can't even see the mark because I marked it with white. So now I got to remeasure because I have no idea where that white is. I was looking for a black magic marker, don't know where it's at. I know I had one.
I thought we just used one.
Yeah, that was when we signed something, and that was not ours.
Oh, that was supplied to be signed with.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Let's see. All right, there we go. So just make one cut there, and then you can obviously see where it's at. And you just want to cut it all down this whole thing like this.
Shame it's not wrapping paper. You can't just glide that and cut all the way through it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it like you should try it because I could tell it's not gonna work.
These aren't too bad. They, you know, you can tell they're cheap.
Yeah.
But they're cutting. Let me see where. Oh no, mine are under here. I'm not taking them out. Trying not to cut the tablecloth, you know.
That's probably good.
La, da, da. It's a good exercise for your hand.
I believe it.
What's that, Tom? You wanted to try some?
Not particularly.
Running out of reach now. Because it stabbed me in the stomach. I'm going to have to come on that side and finish it up. As soon as I get done this, we'll show you the next step.
We had a bit of a problem.
Yeah, guys, when I picked it up, it's all wants to come out. And it grabbed the whole tablecloth. And that's not going to work. Because when I go to put it in here, it's just going to go right to...
Yeah, but then you just kind of drop it. Wouldn't that work?
Yeah, if it would go in the box.
Well, that is the other problem. You got here in the box, it can go back in the box, right?
I don't think so. Oh, you... Get off the box, you stupid... And now it's 10 feet tall. Because the outside is just too big for the box.
Ah.
Well, that's not too bad. It'll fit in the shed. Look what we did to the tablecloth though, guys. I mean to tell you, Tom was a little slow with the camera.
You asked me to help you.
But look what it did. It ruined the tablecloth.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though? It's better than scratching the whole table up. You know?
That's very true.
Which it would have done. Wow, that was, if Tom had the camera, it would have been pretty funny. Because what happened was, I picked it up, it all unrolled, and then when it went down, when I pushed it back down, it sucked the whole tablecloth up in it.
Yeah.
Because see this stuff, all these little edges right here, you see how you get stuck on it?
And it doesn't really do well zooming in on grid.
Yeah. Yeah, that worked out good. So now I'll get to the next step. So start on one side like this, guys. And actually, that's like, I gotta take this out and put it on over there. You wanna try to make it as even as you can, right? That's about it right there, so.
Well, so it kind of wants to be a dome.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So now, I'm gonna attach this on there. There we go. All right, now, I'm gonna go over this side and do this end next. And then, as you can see, I think they were these size, weren't
The
they?
corners don't seem to fit.
No, I'm gonna have to cut them out. That's why I'm doing it like this.
Ah.
To get it exactly where I want it. Now, what's a pain about this is the underneath side, right? So I'm gonna have to pick it up and then put it in there. And then there we go. We got those two. So what you're going to have to do now, guys, is in the corner here, you're going to have to cut these out like so. Just
That's simple enough.
Yep. And then you can put the corner ones in, work your way all the way down here to this other corner. Same thing all around the other side. And then at the end, what I'm going to do is just cut them off. What do you think? So far so good?
So far so good.
So far so good. So I'm going to I'll keep doing that, and we'll turn the camera back on when I get to the end at some point, whenever that happens. So here's our final product right there, guys.
There we go.
And then you got these little clampers on there, so that holds it on nice and good.
Won't be able to jump out.
Won't be able to jump out. And I have that light that I was using out there, that I was going to use out there, that I'm going to bring in. It's a big metal one, and I can just set it kind of on top of this. It's not going to hurt anything. This is strong enough; it ain't going to fall down.
I guess they're awake.
Yeah. So I'll use that light. I also have a dimmer switch on it, so I can control how hot it's going to get in there.
That's good.
With it, because those lights get really hot. And right now they're on their 3rd week, so it's 95, 90. It's right now it's supposed to be 85 in there, so that shouldn't be too hard to get it in there. That temperature. I also have that warming plate. I could just put that warming plate right on top of this, but that's a little harder for me to control because it doesn't have, like, you can't put 85 degrees. It's like it has 3 different settings, and one's 139, one's 100 and something, but that would be the surface of it. It radiates out, but I don't know what it would be at the bottom, so I'm just going to use the light. I can adjust that more because that's what I do with the other one out there. Is what I notice is it was hard to regulate with the thermometer because they keep knocking the thermometer over. I will put a thermometer in here so I can get it up to temperature before I put them in here. And also, guys, you don't put them in on plastic. That's a no-no. So, because they can develop something with their feet. I don't know what it was called, or their legs or something like that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put. I have a whole bunch of those diapers for that little brooder. So I'm going to tape some together and put them for a liner on the bottom, and then I'm going to put the Aspen chips on top of that, just like it is in that brooder, and that should be fine for them in here. And what I like about
cleaning that out.
What's that?
Good luck cleaning that out.
Well, the worst part's going to be, Tom, is getting the chickens out. It's not going to be cleaning this out.
Yeah,
but see, because this is going to be on the floor, and I have the other brooder now, I can just have the other brooder sitting there. They'll be cramped for a minute while I'm cleaning this out, and I can just get that whole diaper and everything, and just, boop, that's it. Or I could just take the shop vac in there and just, like that.
That's true.
But chances are I will just take the whole thing and maybe take it outside and use a trash bag and just dump the whole thing in the trash bag, and then put a new diaper in there and all that stuff. So that's that. I want to get a damp cloth now and kind of wipe off in case there's any real light plastic in there, and then I can line it with the diapers, put the stuff in, get the light set up so that it can start warming up for them. What I really like about this is the room. They're going to have a lot more room. I can put my other feeder in there that's like this big, and the other water thing in there that's like so big, and I can put a perch in there too, like a higher one than what I have. I only had a little one, and they buried it in the chips every time you turned around, so they couldn't even use it. All they did was pooped all over it, which pretty much is what they do with everything. They poop on everything. They poop in their food. They poop everywhere. That's just, I guess, the nature of chickens.
Well, they're birds. They don't have control.
No, they don't. Well, I'm pretty sure they know when they're pooping, because all of a sudden you'll just see them. They act like they're laying an egg. They're like, whoop, 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 and then comes out.
Well, yeah, they probably know what's happening. They don't have like any actual control. That's the thing with birds.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because it was like a fun fact on like Nickelodeon
right.
a long time ago or something.
You went to college for that, didn't you?
Well, maybe I did.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, this is this part. I'm going to show you. I'm going to get a damp cloth and I'll show you how I'm going to set it up. So you have to use 2 of these diapers. Now I could have turned them the other way, but I'm going to do it this way. If it gets to be a pain, then so be it. But I want to tape these to the sides. Only because I don't want this to be too slippy. I don't know that it will be, but I just don't want it to move all around. I'm going to tape it on each side on the bottom too. Once the chips get in there, it'll weigh it down too.
And the water, the food, the purchase.
And the chickens, they wreak havoc anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They're just going to be. I noticed that they're very curious birds. They love to be in the midst of everything. So let me take this down here. My next step is going to be to fill this up with some wood chips. So let me go get them. I
know you said this before, but did you get the big bag?
I got 2 of these bags.
2 of them even.
Yeah. Well, you need this stuff, you know. These are aspen chips, guys. If you don't believe me, there it is on the side. Especially those in the comment section that said something about cedar. And I said, no, we don't have cedar, we have aspen. So, I have it on this trash bag because when I was putting in the other one, this is what's a pain right here. It's so packed that you have to kind of
dig it out to force it out.
Stuff is nice and soft.
Well, that's good at least.
It's not like, like you would think, oh, it's wood chips, so it's not going to be soft. It's almost like paper.
Huh.
Yeah, touch it, Tom.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, isn't it?
It is.
And there's a lot of it in here. Now understand why.
Splinter.
Huh? Oh, stop it. You didn't get a splinter. And if you did, it's because of your tender chicken hands. I'm going in here blind, guys. I don't want to put too much in here, but I have to have enough for the whole bottom. And the reason why you want this is this stuff is pretty absorbent. You can't even see. Let me go this way.
I imagine probably a combination of like absorbency and like texture for the ground so that they're
yeah. I'll tell you what. Flat. You know what they love to do? They love to just kick this stuff all over the place. Like, I mean to tell you, they dig in it. I guess that's what chickens do,
Yep.
Because they're looking for, I guess, bugs or something. And they knock all their food in there.
Or sensor reinforces the...
Does that look like enough? Yeah, it looks like another handful or so.
That's a solid layer, I'd say.
Look at all that room. It's like they're going from a little tiny area and they're going to like the penthouse. They had just a economy room before, now they're going right to the penthouse. So now I can get the food and the water, have that set up. This is not where they're going to be kept. They're going to be kept out probably in the dining room. It's a heck of a place to have your chickens, right?
Yeah, really.
But the reason why is because it's easy. When we're filming out here and stuff, I can't have the chickens out here. This way they're in the other room. I want to keep them on the floor. That's basically the whole reason. Is just that and plus I can see them there. If they're acting up, I don't have to go real far. So let me get my food and my water containers for this and get them set up. I wonder if I should, I guess I could set it up out here and everything and then move it into the other room when I need to. Maybe I'll leave them out here for a little while. Be easier. I don't know. I keep going back and forth on it. What do I want to do? I'm
you'd
not
also
really
move
sure.
the lamp every time.
Huh?
Yeah, you'd have to move the lamp every time.
That is true. No, I think I'll set them up out there. But I'll show you how we're going to have everything here before we set it up finally out there. And we'll show you putting the chickens in there and see how they respond to being put in here. All right, guys, so we'll turn it back on in a minute. Let me just grab some stuff.
All right, so we've got this set up. Dad is out getting the chickens. They've got food and water, a new perch. The light would just sit on top of them. Great.
All right, here's our first one. I have no idea which one it is. If she starts jumping out, gonna have to put that lid on.
Yep.
Not positive, but I think this one's Nugget.
Jeez, you're loud.
I have to let the lid slam down out there because it's so hard to get them. Oh, they like their perch. Two more to go. This one is Henny, or Hennifer, I think. She's one of the biggest ones. Wait a second, I think this might be Hennifer. Okay, now we put the lid on it. And we put the light on there, like so. For some reason this came out. Let's turn it on. Oh, you turn it off by this, right? There we go. Give them a little heat in there. Let me lock this handle up. And see how this can sit, guys, right? Can sit right there in the center. Because it gets warm, but not too warm. Like I could touch it even when it's at its hottest point. And I think they like it. What do you think?
Well, they instantly gravitate over to the perch.
Yeah. And each other.
Oh, but they all go to the perch. Of course they're going to be near each other.
Yeah, I had read that they love perches. They love to sit up there above the birds, right? So, yeah. I think they don't know what to make of it yet.
The one just keeps making the distress call.
It is funny because they have such different sounds too. There is one that sounds just like a cricket. As soon as I said it, they're all like, did you hear that? Oh, that one's a little mean, isn't it?
These bins will come with the clear plastic.
Yeah, I know. That's the only problem. I mean, you can look at them down here. It's better. You can see, except for you just get this. I don't know how if it works okay with the camera.
Zooming in doesn't really work too well, so it's a wide shot.
Well, when we do the cam, like when we do the live cam of them, I think it'll be when they're out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a good shot. But I'm going to get the soccer ball for them because they look like they need it.
A little bit of enrichment.
Yeah. Sometimes they sit on the soccer ball. Oh, I put the lid on, but I think I can get it. I'll clunk one of them in the head. Let me go on this side. Sometimes they just like sit on it like it's an egg. So they're practicing, you know? It'll take them a while before they figure they can't get out. And they gotta find where their water is still in their food. But they will.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll turn some lights down. Like that, so just the red lights on them. Their sounds are very interesting.
Yeah, some of them sound like birds that are like from outside.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed the one day when one of them was chirping like that, a bird came up next to the window. Because he was probably like, hey, I hear somebody in there. Who's in there?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is their new home for probably a while.
About 2 weeks and then I'll outgrow it.
Yeah. And what I'll do is I'll take notice to see if it gets too hot in there, and then I have it on a dimmer switch here, so I can turn it down or have it all the way up. They're freaked out right now. It's going to take them a while to get kind of calmed down. They're starting to get there. So guys, I hope you liked this video that I did and showing you how to make a medium-sized brooder out of pretty inexpensive materials. Because you can get this wire in sheets where it's cheap instead of a whole roll like I got. I think that my roll was like $72, but you can get a sheet that would be big enough for that because it was only 18 by 36, probably for 10 bucks or less. And you know, you use zip ties and this thing probably cost the most. Probably, I think that was like 30 bucks for that. But yeah, and it'll work fine. So it'll be a medium one before I put them outside. And they can get quite big in there. I mean, there's plenty of room in there for them.
I don't know, they kind of like that corner.
Yeah, I don't know why this corner and they don't go to the corner like over there, like they want to get away from us. They just realize, oh, there's people over there. Maybe it's very blurry for them, you know?
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, so there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, grab yourself something cool to drink. I never have anything anymore. Grab yourself something cool to drink. Put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you at the lounge or the chicken coop. Say goodbye.